Welcome to SalesATM tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to enter journals. In other words, journal entries. To enter journals or to create transactions or a journal entry transactions, you need to go to the top menu here and click on accounting and click on journal entries and update. This page serves two purposes. One purpose is to create new journal entries or to enter new journal entries. And the other purpose is to update or cancel journal entries that you have made in case there's a mistake in that transactions. So now let's start with entering a new transaction. You go to the top here and click on add new transaction. Here you need to select the date of the transaction in question. You can backdate the transaction. That means you can go back if you are entering the transaction a bit later than today. But in this example, we're going to create a transaction for today. So we select 15th. Then you give the transaction description. So here what we're going to do is we're going to transfer cash at hand to the bank. So we will type cash at hand transfer to bank. So that is the transaction description. Then we will enter the amount. So maybe it is 450. Here is in Ghana cedis because this account that we have set up is for a Ghanaian demo company. So 450 Ghana cedis. Now here you have to enter the debit entry account information. And now we're going to transfer the money from cash at hand to bank. So bank should be debited. So we select, first we talk about the branch in which we are going to debit. So the branch that is going to be debited. Sometimes if it is a bank account, you can choose if it does not pertain to a particular branch, then you can choose any branch. But definitely you know which branch that the cash is coming from, the sales is coming from to the bank. So we debit this head office and then we select bank. And then it will give you a tip here that this transaction or the bank that you've selected is an asset. So if you're going to debit, then it's going to increase the value. So a tip to help you know what you're doing. Then you choose the actual bank name. Now the credit entry information, we're going to credit cash because we are taking cash from our accounts or cash at hand to the bank. So we select head office, the branch that we are crediting. Then we look for cash account. And then it gives you a tip again. This is an asset account. A credit entry will decrease the value of the asset. So you know. Then you select the actual cash account. This is head office cash at hand. Now we are done. All that we need to do is to save the transaction. So we save it. And it will give you a little information about what you have done. A journal entry of debiting Standard Bank and crediting head office cash at hand saved successfully. So what you can see is that you can see it from here. 200, we just made this transaction here. 450, these are all transactions. So we've seen the one that we just made. So we have it here. In case we made a mistake, we can cancel it. But before, let's go into the various accounts and see if this transaction was registered. So first we have to go to report and go to accounting and look at the cash details there and see what was recorded in the cash account details. So let's see what has been recorded. So we can see that journal entry, cash at hand transfer to bank. So we have it and it's crediting, so it will be minus in here. What about the bank? Let's go and check the bank also, the bank account details. So we go to accounting, bank account details. We can also see same journal entry, cash at hand transfer to bank, and it's 450. This time no minus because we are debiting this account. So in case this transaction was wrong, we made a mistake, what can we do? We can go back to accounting, journal entries, and then cancel this transaction. So we click on cancel and it will ask you transaction cancellation. Are you sure to cancel, reverse this transaction? You say yes. Then it tells us it's cancelled. We don't see the transaction anymore here. So let's go back again to our accounting and check on the cash transactions or cash account details and see what we can see there. Once again, we can see that it says canceling transaction, cash at hand transfer to bank. Now it's positive. So it means it has reversed the account. So you can see before that transaction, this was the balance, and then the balance was this, and now we have reversed the whole transaction. Now let's go back to the bank and see what is there too, the bank account details. Also, we can see that 450 has been reserved, and we see cancellation as well. And we can see the balance 56,000 is back to 56,000. So once again, as a recap, if you want to enter journal entries, you come to accounting, journal entries, and then you select the page. Then you click on add new transaction. And then you go select the date of the transaction, the transaction type, cash at hand transferred to bank. Cash at hand transferred to bank. Let's choose that. Then we enter the amount. Then the debit entry information. We choose the branch we are debiting. We choose the account we are debiting. Here, bank gives you a tip. You choose the bank account. You choose the credit branch. You choose the credit account type. Then you choose the account itself. Then you save. Then it gives you information. Then you can see the transaction you've made. And if you want to check the account balances and details, you go to reports. Here we have bank and cash. So we can go to report, go to accounting, and use check cash details. Then we can see the transaction that is made. We can go back and check the bank account details. And then we can also see the transaction there. So this is how to enter journal entries. Thank you for watching.